Hello, I'm Steven, and this is Just a Few D6. Today we are going to be going over the broader strokes of the campaign, The Fall of Xanathion, as well as our first player and his character. My brother Chris has that character. So today we have the dragon Xanathion, or as known in the land of Corania, the Great Death. He's destroyed many a city and many a town just searching for gold and treasure, that it's going to be persistent, stuff that he can have in his hoard. Because dragons, especially black dragons, like any other dragon, love gold and treasure, all sorts of stuff to keep in their hoard. Black dragons specifically are acidic and corrosive and want stuff that lasts a long time. And so...
You won't find a black dragon with a library with a bunch of books that will rot away.
Oh, definitely not. They pretty much just ooze acidic death stuff. And
bad news.
Bad news bears indeed. And so that is going to be our main villain, Xanathion. And the town that all our heroes are going to be meeting in is going to be the town of Gravel Vertex. That great town that is often overlooked, that no one really sees because it's where everyone starts. Now, our first player is Chris, my brother, and he's going to introduce his character.
All right. I have brought my capstone, my ending up plan for a level 15 paladin with an oath against the worm. His village was destroyed by the Great Death, simply raining down that acid breath and just the unfortunateness that comes along with that. He was out of the town off in the forest on a hunting trip, and when he returned, the town was destroyed. He was forced to leave and find his new home in Gravel Point. He has trained for the...
Gravel Vertex.
Gravel Vertex, sorry. Sandpoint. So he has trained as a paladin, a warrior of good and justice who plans on destroying the evil dragon that destroyed his home, which is why he has taken the oath against the worm, a paladin oath that specifies dragons as their main enemy. Now, some of the cooler bits about him is, as a paladin, he gets Smite Evil, which allows him to add his charisma modifier to his attack rolls, making it easier to hit evil, and his level to damage rolls, making him hit evil harder.
And dragons are, of course, inherently evil.
Yes, chromatic dragons such as black, red, blue, white are evil in general. There are some good dragons, but those are, gold dragons and the really fancy stuff.
The benevolent ones that can be worshipped as gods and such.
Yeah. But no. Well, the Smite ability has actually got something pretty cool for evil dragons and outsiders. The first hit against an evil dragon or outsider gets twice his level in damage. So at this capstone, instead of 15 to any evil creature, it's 30 points of damage to an evil dragon or outsider. And Xanathion, of course, is an evil dragon, so that works into how he built himself.
And so... Wait, what?
So the Oath of the Worm, the Oath against the Worm, sorry?
Yeah, you're just talking about dragon evil stuff. What does Oath Against the Worm specifically do?
Well, one of the most notable bits about it is it changes the Paladin's Divine Bond ability. Whereas Divine Bond usually, what it's usually used for is you enchant your weapon to be better. Usually you can't add a particularly powerful ability known as Bane, which allows you to add 2d8 onto your weapon damage based on a creature's type. The Oath Against the Worm lets you add Dragon's Bane, so specifically against dragons, he can add 2d8 to his damage dice. So while he's using his longbow that already does 1d8 with just an arrow, and if he's got Dragon's Bane up on Xanathion in particular, he'll do 3d8, and then he'll add his level twice because he's an evil dragon. And I plan on getting him a composite longbow at some point. I don't know if I'll be able to start off with one in Gravel Vertex. Not sure how nice the weapons there are. It's a pretty complicated weapon.
Oh, yeah.
So I plan on getting him a composite one so he'll get to add his strength bonus as well. So he's built to go after a black dragon. He's built to resist acid and kill dragons.
Yeah, well, okay, so that's about time now. So thanks, Chris, for being here and coming along. And we'll have to introduce our other characters a little bit later, another time, with another thing, another segment. And so that's been just a few D6, and we'll see you next time with another character.